I feel for our dear viewers because now they get to experience the horror aspect of our show, Mr. Dustin driving.
Oh dear. Good morning. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Dustin.
And we're the Star City Wanderers. And this morning we are headed to the Roanoke restaurant for breakfast. If you ever have the opportunity to visit Roanoke, Virginia, the Star City, we definitely recommend that you try out the Roanoke restaurant at breakfast time because they have the best biscuits that you will ever have.
They also have a small gift shop with a lot of novelty items like flamingo umbrellas, jewelry, and the stimulus package in which you can get bacon and sausage. It's a sort of a mix and match. One thing that a lot of people may or may not notice about the Roanoker is there is a little bit of Elvis lore hidden throughout. And hopefully to prove this to Mrs. Lauren, she'll be filming when we come across said Elvis lore.
Maybe. So the stimulus package is not part of the gift shop. It's on the menu.
Yeah.
And Mr. Dustin really likes this because he is allergic to eggs, which can make ordering breakfast really difficult. But the stimulus package is, you get any 4 items on the list, so you can mix and match whatever you want, and it includes coffee, hot tea, or a soft drink. And I think it's $8.99 for that. And so Mr. Dustin, he will frequently get bacon, sausage, biscuits, and sausage gravy.
Yeah.
And unsweet iced tea.
It's one of those places where I can go get breakfast, because let me tell you, having an egg allergy and looking for breakfast is kind of hard.
Mr. Dustin didn't really eat breakfast before Mrs. Lauren came along because I started pointing out all the things he could have that weren't egg related, that even at places where it seems like all the items on the regular menu include eggs, sometimes there are items you can ask for them without the egg, like if there's like a corned beef hash that frequently comes with a fried or poached egg on top, you can just ask for it without the egg. And also, if 2 eggs is a side and you get a breakfast that's, say, like a meats breakfast that has ham and sausage and bacon and hash brown potatoes, and it has 2 eggs on the side, we frequently ask for a small side of fruit or something else in place of the eggs, and most places are very accommodating.
Mrs. Lauren has done a lot to teach me about what good foods were out there, because I really didn't enjoy food before I learned that there was more to eating than Crisco and Wonder Bread.
Mr. Dustin's mother was not a very good cook, and she put Crisco in everything. And so Mr. Dustin, he asked me, he's like, "Did you use Crisco?" And I said, "No, I only use Crisco under 3 circumstances: pie crusts, oatmeal cookies, frying chicken. Those are the only 3 times I use Crisco when I'm cooking." And the reason I put Crisco in oatmeal cookies is because if you just use all butter, the cookies get too hard. But if you use just all Crisco, they're soft, but they lack something in the flavor. So what I do is however much fat it tells you to use, whether it's half a cup or 2/3 of a cup, I do half butter and half Crisco, and that gets the nice buttery flavor, but the soft chewiness that you get from the Crisco. So it makes the best oatmeal cookies to do half butter and half Crisco. If you like oatmeal cookies, which I know oatmeal cookies are sort of polarizing. A lot of people don't like them. Or they only like them if they contain chocolate chips, which I believe is sacrilege because raisins and walnuts forever.
Yep. No, chocolate chips.
Not in oatmeal cookies, in chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies and oatmeal cookies.
You need raisins and walnuts.
In oatmeal cookies, yes, but in like regular cookies, like raisin cookies, like you you're expecting this big hunk of like delicious melted chocolate, and then you take a bite and you're like, oh, it's raisins. This is so healthy. Yum.
Mr. Dustin, do you know what you're going to order?
I'm going to order the stimulus package and a chicken biscuit with mustard, because that's my favorite thing when I come here.
So here is the menu. Showing the stimulus package. They also have weekday specials. And sort of a full service breakfast menu. And yes, the Roanoke biscuits have been featured on Southern Living and even the Today Show. Although Southerners know that Southern Living is the more impressive mention when it comes to biscuits.
I would say that Southern Living for the Southern chef would be the Southeast specifically would be considered the sacred text. The sacred text.
So I ordered pork tenderloin with eggs. you waiting for me to give you an extra biscuit so you could finish your gravy?
Yes. And I was waiting politely.
Why didn't you just ask?
I wanted you to give me the biscuit, and if I'd asked for the biscuit, you would have been like, no, it's my biscuit. And I'm like, okay. This way, you're all like, I don't want this biscuit. I'm like, well, I'll take it.
I did have French toast, and French toast plus 2 biscuits seems excessive.
Yeah, and I talked you into getting the French toast.
Did you do that so you could have a biscuit?
No, I already had biscuits. I was just waiting so I could have more biscuits. That's part of being a supervillain. It's not that you have what you want, it's that you have more of what you want than you know what to do with.
Okay. So this is something that's bothered me for a really long time. If any of our folks out there watching are from the United Kingdom, I have heard a lot of folks from the United Kingdom basically call American biscuits a savory scone.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to dispute this idea because American biscuits are a lot lighter and fluffier and softer in the middle than your traditional scones. And if you look at the way they're made differently. So I don't think that scones and biscuits are the same thing. I think there's similarities, but I think real Southern biscuits are much lighter than scones. I've also heard folks from the UK be mystified at the idea of biscuits and gravy because they didn't understand. They thought that the biscuits were sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The biscuits that you make for biscuits and gravy are not sweet at all. If anything, if you just eat them plain without anything on them, I would say the biggest flavor, it's sort of like you get butter and salt and almost just a little bitterness from the baking powder. They're only sweet if you make sweet biscuits, which you can. You can make cinnamon raisin biscuits, or if you put sweet stuff on them, like strawberry jam or fried apples, which I've seen people do that, make biscuits and put fried apples on them. But the biscuit base is not sweet at all, so the gravy and the biscuits go well together. Really, the biscuit is there to absorb the gravy. So, Mr. Dustin.
Yes, darling.
Final thoughts on the Roanoker restaurant, specifically for breakfast.
It is one of those places that if you are a local and you have never been here, you should definitely come. And you should definitely get the stimulus package. If you're an out-of-towner and you're coming off of 581 headed towards 81, then yeah, stop by, come in, take a load off. They actually serve alcohol here if you need a drink.
Wait, do they?
Yeah, they do. But it's a family-style restaurant, so you can actually have your family.
Well, it's a family restaurant, not a family-style restaurant.
Yes, because Mrs. Lauren wants you to know that a family-style restaurant is where they bring the food to the table.
And you share. They bring like plates of fried chicken and a big bowl of mashed potatoes, and you share family style. This is a family restaurant, so it is appropriate to bring children here. Okay, Mr. Dustin.
Yes, Mrs. Lauren.
What do you have to say to the folks?
Ramalama Ding Dong.
That was our trip to the Roanoker in Roanoke, Virginia. We highly recommend that you visit if you're in the area. And if you're local and you've never tried it before, you really should. The biscuits really are very, very good.
Get the biscuits and gravy, they're really good.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video and would like to see more, please hit that like and subscribe button.
And share for your friends and family.
We are having so much fun making these videos, and we really hope that you all are enjoying them, or that y'all are enjoying them. Until next time, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Dustin.
And keep
Adventuring.
adventuring.